Okay, welcome back. Week 5. It's been 9 days since we've been inside the hives. We did a walk away split last week, so what we're going to look for this week is eggs in one of the hives. That's going to mean we've got a laying queen in there. The other hive should have what we'll hope to see is a capped queen cell. So at the 9-day mark, the bees will cap those cells, and we've got a queen that's hopefully going to be here in about 7 days. It'll be a virgin queen. Will have to go out and mate and come back and start laying eggs. So 9 days since the last update, so here we'll go ahead and break in. All right, so the hive on the right side of the frame is the original hive. You can see there's some definite activity at the front entrance there. Now at the top side, that's the new hives. So all the field bees have been coming back to the hive on the right hand side of the frame, so it's a little more busy. So what we'll do is we'll break into the top hive first. It's going to be a little less busy. We'll smoke them, get in, see if we see any eggs in there, and then we'll move to the bottom hive here. Came off pretty easy, not completely glued down yet. So you can see these guys aren't super active yet, not a whole lot going on the top there. Still empty, still wax coated, not much though. Same thing on this guy, nothing really going on. So you can see, assuming that's just sugar water that they've capped. So capped honey, capped sugar water. On the remote side here, you can see lots of pollen, and again some capped honey. We'll go ahead and set that guy right here. No eggs in there yet. Don't see the queen. But what I do see, if you look, so because we see the eggs in there, the little dots right above where my thumb's at, what we see are there's some definite eggs. So what those eggs signify is that we've got a laying queen in this hive. Very neat. So I have found the queen. And you can see her right there. Kind of running around the frame right now, so that's my queen. The other thing that we'll take a look at really quickly is right here. You can see all different stages. So there's eggs, There's hatched eggs, so baby larvae. There's actual larvae. As we kind of keep scrolling. And then they've got capped brood as well. So larva, when it's capped, they put a wax capping on it for it to grow. It's called capped brood. Here you go again, you can see that queen running around. Very cool. Be extra gentle with this guy. So what I was looking for here, you can see right there, that's a queen cup. So that's what they make queens in. So a lot of times they'll make those proactively. They'll make them retroactively. So what we're going to do is just try to look in, see if we see an egg or anything in there. I don't see anything, so I'll go ahead and put it back. That's okay. That's what we want to see there. So. Okay on that. Kind of neat what you want to see. They're starting to build that comb out there, so that's why we're feeding them. They work those wax glands with that sugar water. So just starting to build it out. You can see same thing here. They've started to build it out. They've got some sugar water in there, maybe a little bit of nectar. So we'll go ahead and button this guy back up. Don't see any issues. Looks good. Give these guys a little smoke, get them down the hive. Okay, this is the first hive, so we're going to go ahead and break in here. You can see it's a lot more activity out front. All the field bees know where to go. Kind of pre-programmed on that one, so we'll break in here and see what we got. You can see all these bees drinking all this sugar water again, just going after it. So right now, I'm looking for queen cells. Hopefully we'll see them capped again. It's been 9 days since I've been in here. So we're hoping that they're making their own queen now. I left them with some eggs. So when they didn't sense the pheromones, smell the pheromones, they create their own queen here. So I'm going to go ahead and smoke them again and keep breaking in and looking for queen cells. All right, so I think I just saw some queen cells in here. They didn't look capped. So what I'm going to do is, I've got a flashlight, I just can't see really well in there. I'm going to get them up with this here, just a frame holder, and see if I can spot some larvae in there, make sure they're actually working on making a queen. So here we go. You can see right here, there is a queen cell that is capped. We've also got multiple additional queen cells here. Here's one. So we're just going to look in there and see if we can see them. Actually, a little bit better view of this one here. You can see it's completely capped and ready to go. So got some queens being made here, what we want to see. That's got a cool look there. On this one here, let's see if we can look inside of there. You can actually see the larva. So I'm going to go ahead and make the decision. All of our queen cups are on this frame here. So it's got a green mark on it, so we know exactly which one it is. And I'm going to go ahead and make the decision. It was the second from the most outside here. I'm going to go ahead and push it toward the center of the hive. When the bees cluster, they can keep it warm if we get some cold nights or something like that. So I'm going to rearrange some of these a little bit, try to get them to keep building comb on these things, and hopefully that means in about a week's time or so, we'll have a queen, virgin queen, and then we can go ahead and see if it mates and starts laying for us. All right, and just like that, we're done. So to recap what we saw here today, we did the walkaway split last week, about 9 days ago. So we got in, we ended up finding the queen, saw eggs in the far hive behind me here. We saw in the close hive, queen cells capped, and there were some that were still had larvae in them, so they're gonna be capping here in the next couple of days or so. So it's really everything we want to see. Everything's looking good. We're right on schedule, so we'll see if they keep building, and we'll check back in here next week, next couple of weeks, and see if we've got a queen in this first hive here. So appreciate you guys watching. Thanks.